What is up, guys? Yo, how can you build an unbreakable mindset? That's what we're going to be talking about today. If you're trying to build an unbreakable mindset, you need to stop having limited beliefs. That's the first thing you need to do. Eliminate all limited beliefs. Stop thinking that certain things aren't possible. Stop thinking that certain things aren't possible to you because of the environment you were raised in, the upbringing you had. It doesn't matter where you came. It doesn't matter if you were homeless as a 5-year-old kid, your mom was on drugs, and you went to prison for 20 years. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. You need to remove your limited beliefs, because if you believe or if you doubt anything that you could accomplish, then you will never accomplish it, because there's that doubt. And the world operates on laws. And if you are constantly stuck in that state of mind where you think certain things aren't possible for you because of X, Y, and Z, you live in that fear, not necessarily that you're afraid of anything or anybody, but in your heart, you have that fear of not being able to succeed or about things not being able to work out for you. If that's the type of energy that you are consistently involved in, then you will not be able to achieve the things you want. You will not build that unbreakable mindset. So that's the first thing you need to do. Eliminate all limited beliefs. Once you eliminate all limited beliefs, you need to start by locking in on certain tasks that actually move the needle forward for you. You need to have an unbreakable 4-step morning routine. Not no 5, 6, 20-step morning routine. No, you're gonna eventually reach burnout. You're not gonna be able to sustain it. Start with 4-step morning routine. Mine is, I'm obviously waking up super early, but I don't count that as my part of my 4-step morning routine. You can, if you are consistently struggling with waking up early, you can definitely count it. But for me, I don't count it. I just do it. So as soon as I wake up, the things that I do is I pray, I write it down in my journal. I journal, I write a page down. I do push-ups, and I listen to an audiobook or I read a good book. Those 4 steps morning routine. I don't let anything or anybody distract me from that. I do those things first thing off rip. I obviously hydrate a little bit in the morning, but the essential ones are my prayer, my journal, my push-ups, and my audiobook or I read a book. You need to develop some type of morning routine that allows you to stay focused and allow you to get those early morning wins. After that, you need to have a core set of daily tasks that you do every single day that actually moves you forward to your goals, right? You want to build that unbreakable mindset. Well, how are you going to build that unbreakable mindset? Your daily task has to be around being able to build that unbreakable mindset. So how can you do it? Well, you're already reading the right books or listening to the right books in the morning. So now you need 5 daily tasks. Well, if you want to build an unbreakable mindset, you need to have an unbreakable physique. So you need to have some type of physical activity as part of your daily routine, as part of your daily task. Because if you have a good physique, you'll have a clear mind. Second thing that I would suggest as a daily task would be to do something hard. It has to be hard enough for you to have days that you don't want to do it. Because if you don't want to do it and you do it anyways, you build discipline and you strengthen your mind. And that's what really is going to determine whether you are actually building an unbreakable mindset or you're not. For example, for me, I wake up at 2 in the morning every single day. That is hard. It's not hard for me right now, but I got days where I'm like, yo, I don't want to get up, but I get up anyways, because I know that when I wake up at 2 in the morning, I'm going to have the most amazing day of my life. So I do it and I lock in and I get that early morning win. Next, I go into my morning routine. Bang, knock that out. Then after I'm done with my morning routine, I have some breakfast, get some protein in, and I go to the gym. I get my workout in. After I go to the gym, I go into work. But while I'm at work, I'm doing other things that align me with my goals. Whether it's listening to an audiobook while I'm at work, listening to a podcast while I'm at work, doing some deep personal / self-development, journaling, doing something that moves me forward. For me, one of my goals is to put more videos out there for you guys like this on YouTube and on Instagram. So that's one of my tasks, and I execute on that daily. By the way, if you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram at G7. I'll probably be right here in the screen, and it'll definitely be down in the description as well. But yeah, if you want to build an unbreakable mindset, start with an early morning wake up. It doesn't have to be at 2 in the morning. It doesn't have to be at 4 in the morning. It has to be early enough before your day starts, before you have to go into work. Most of you guys go into work, right? Let's say you go into work at 6. Well, your early morning wake up shouldn't be at 5 and rush into work. You should be at least aiming for 4. That way you could have 2 hours before you got to be at work to lock in that morning routine. For example, me, I go into work at 10, but guess what? I'm up at 2 in the morning. I get all those extra hours to get wins. before my day actually starts, before the chaos starts in. The purpose of the early morning wake up is for you to be able to get wins before the chaos starts. Because once the chaos starts, phone calls start coming in, distractions from job, the gossip at work. Once all that starts coming in, it's very hard for you to focus. It's very hard for you to self-develop, because your self-development is going to happen in those early mornings when there's no distractions, when it's just you and the quietness of the morning. That's when you're going to build the self-development. That's when you're going to strengthen your discipline and strengthen your mentality. So start with that in a 4-step morning routine. And after you get those unlocked, focus on the daily tasks. Daily tasks, 5 daily tasks every day that moves you towards your goals. You do that, and I guarantee you that in 30 days, you will already have made some incredible changes. Trust me. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.